Hello, let me tell you about Exam 1. Exam 1 you are writing this weekend, October 9th to October 10th, sometime during that writing window, depending on what school board you are and what your days are in the classroom. So let me show you how you go about setting up. So if you go on to Blackboard, on the side of Blackboard, you have what's called the Lockdown Browser. The exam is written under a program called Lockdown Browser, where basically it controls every one of your keystrokes, and you do the test online, and then I mark it online so that way it's faster to get your marks back. There's a lot of information here to read if you want to read it all. If not, I've summarized things for you. So on week 3, near the bottom, since it's at the end of week 3, you will be writing your test. So if you go back here, preparing for Unit 1 test. So Unit 1 test is week 1 to week 3, or everything we've encountered to this time. First thing to do is to read about the Lockdown Browser, and if you just want to download what you need, it's important that you look here. You need to download a special program depending on what you have. If you have a Mac or a PC, there's information there. Also, there is a Chromebook information here. Now, for your situation, we're just using the Lockdown Browser. We are not using the Respondus Monitor, so you don't have to worry about that. Just the Lockdown Browser. But go through. It's very important you download the correct program, or it won't work, and you will be in big trouble because your test won't work. So that's the Lockdown Browser. Very important thing, number 1, download. So if we go back to my list, under week 3, near the bottom, on my list we have, so download the Lockdown Browser. Then, read about it and then download for the appropriate program for the proper type of computer. Now, some of you need to book a staff or a location in order to proctor your exam. That's a fancy word for have someone watch you, to make sure that you are only using your brain. There are no other resources of any type used on this exam, please. So if you have to book your location or your staff member, or if you have a testing center, and if that doesn't make sense, talk to the person who coordinates this class so you know. Then I have set up a practice test. The practice test, is the link for it is right here. No marks are given for this test. It is merely for you to practice your technology and also get acquainted with the types of questions I'll be asking. And the instructions are all there. Read through carefully. Treat it like a secure test and use only your brain. You don't have to study for it. There's no way to study for it. And the marks don't count anyway. So it's just general information, but treat it like it's a real test. So this way you know how to deal with a real test. The answers do save automatically, and I ask you to write it in 1 sitting, 1 attempt. Okay? And you need to log in to Respondus Lockdown Browser before you start. So make sure you've done the first steps first. Then, when studying for this test, refer to all the note pages. And on them I have the learning outcomes. And that is the best way to study. If you've completed all the readings and all the videos and completed in all your note pages, you will be fine. And if not, you have a little bit of work to do before your test. Then, when it comes to writing your test, the writing window, so you can take 60 minutes anytime from Wednesday the 9th at 8 a.m. to Thursday the 10th at 9 p.m. to write this test. You have, I think that's 37 hours, but you only get 60 minutes to write the test. So here's the practice. Here's some more information on the test. The test is written on Lockdown Browser. It is secure. No outside resources of any kind. The test shall be written in 60 minutes. during what I call the 37-hour writing window from Wednesday at 9 a.m., Wednesday the 9th at 8 a.m. to Thursday the 10th at 9 p.m. There is 20 questions worth about 30 marks. I think we're up to 36 now. And there will be 3 written questions. Relative difficulty, relative form. So that's multiple choice, true and false, something called multiple answer, which you will see on the practice test, and also put in order, which you can see on the practice test. And if you do your practice test before Tuesday night, I will give you feedback on it, but after Tuesday night, I won't be giving you feedback. Okay? So this exam is 10% of your overall grade, and it needs to be written by Thursday the 10th at 9 p.m. If it's not written by then without any explanation or email to me, you will get a 0 on the test. Okay? It is to be written in a secure environment without any sort of references, electronic, human, or paper, anything. Just use your brain power. When the test, when it is time for the test rating, you will find the link below, which of course isn't showing right now because it's not test writing time. Log into Lockdown Browser first, and then you will be instructed to enter the test. If you're asked for a password or if there's any complications, log into Lockdown Browser first, which means you log out of everything and log into Lockdown Browser. Okay? And that's pretty much the introduction for you. Yes, it is a big deal, but you do need to download and practice, and then it's not that big of a deal because you're prepared. Okay, good. All the best.